joining me. My name is Alyssa Grimm. More than 31,000 species worldwide are threatened with extinction. 31,000, that is a very large number. That is 27% of all assessed species around the world. My topic that I will be discussing today is endangered species living in the continent of Asia. Although I've never lived in or experienced the beauty of Asia, I have always wanted to travel over there and help save the wildlife. It is my passion to travel and for the well-being of animals. Finding ways of protecting wildlife habitats can decrease the number of endangered species. So over here I have written 4 different species that are threatened with extinction and are considered endangered, and I want to describe how they are threatened. So for the first one, we have the Sumatran orangutan. It is originally found in Indonesia. It is critically endangered, and it is threatened by hunting and habitat loss. The second one is the South China tiger. This species now is almost considered extinct. They are threatened by habitat loss caused by deforestation and animal poachers. 60 of them are now living in Chinese zoos. That's not very many. The third one that we have over here is the Sunda pangolin. It is one of 8 existing species found throughout Southeast Asia. It is moderate to severe threats of extinction. It is highly hunted because of its scales, its skin, and its meat, and all of these body parts are used for traditional medicine. Our last one that I'm going to be discussing is the Sumatran tiger. It is found in the Indonesian island of Sumatra. It is threatened by habitat loss due to expansion of palm oil plantations. Now I have many more that I can discuss with you, but I just wanted to name a few to get it into your head on what is happening in our world. In order to have a successful conservation for the wildlife in Asia, proper tools and technology need to be used in the process. Conservation has embraced tools and technology that help us document wildlife, understand their genomes, measure the integrity of their habitats, and help provide evidence that conservation interventions are actually working. According to the National Geographic Society newsroom, it is stated, for example, camera traps not only provide information for estimating the occurrence and abundance of animal populations, they also eliminate the identity and movements of human intruders, essential for mapping crime hotspots in and around protected areas. While there is so much to be positive about, a sense of urgency to address the threats and problems posed by illegal wildlife trade needs to be brought upon. Science-based solutions to environmental challenges need to be integrated into business plans. Protected areas will fail without these adequate technologies and staffing for protection and monitoring effectiveness. At a time when such areas are being downgraded, governments must strengthen laws protecting wildlife. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations Wildlife Enforcement Network was created to do just this. According to an article I found, it stated, the program uses extensive media and advertising resources to support campaigns in China, Thailand, and Vietnam to help reduce the consumption of protection wildlife. This is very important because Asia is actually attempting to find ways to stop the consumption of these endangered animals that we need on this earth. Community development and education programs, as well as agricultural assistance and alternative livelihood programs, ensure ongoing community commitment to conservation. According to an article about Asian communities, it stated, KESAN currently undertakes community outreach activities with the local caring community, employing local villagers to assist in wildlife and forest conservation surveys. By strengthening communities-based conservation efforts of caring lands, one of the most intact ecosystems remaining in all of Myanmar and Southeast Asia will continue to achieve the protection it so undeniably needs. Although there are so many endangered species across the globe, there are incredible efforts underway to save many of them. As an individual, you can make a difference by learning about these endangered animals and bringing awareness about these species in your area and all across the world. A sustainable way to do that is to get involved as a volunteer, partnering with governments and charities and organizations on existing projects. The WWF is the world's leading animal conservation charity. According to a volunteer website, it stated, their high-profile global campaigns include adopting animals, seek to protect endangered animals on land, in rivers, and in the oceans. These charities and organizations carry out essential work to protect the incredible species that inhabit our world. In conclusion, while human populations have grown, lands available for wildlife has steadily decreased, and habitats have been degraded. Finding ways of protecting wildlife habitats can decrease the number of endangered species. One of these days, I want to make it my goal to save at least one animal or even one species. It doesn't have to necessarily be in person, but it could be online with me just donating some money. Across the globe, there are now 41,415 species that are considered endangered or extinct. This should be a wake-up call in order for us all to take part in saving these endangered animals across the world. Thank you.